Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my foray into the NASCAR series in the PRL. This time we're going to Indianapolis, a track of course we're all familiar with from the Indy 500, but we're in NASCARs here. This is my best qualifying lap. You can see we're in the draft of K-Dog, one of my Toyota teammates. We only have a few laps to do this though, because the first 3 laps were basically under caution. I mean, the third wasn't, but you'd have to build up speed. Essentially 3 laps to get in your best lap, and there was lag. Unfortunately, it's going to be a reoccurring thing from the start of this series to the end. There'll be 5 more races, including this one, till the end of the season, and I believe the new game will come out, and I don't think I'll be participating because I think the connection will be very similar, but we'll try and do our best. Until then, around this final corner, we don't Hildebrand it. We're still in the slipstream, which should be particularly good. Across the line we come for a 48.6. Beyond that, unfortunately that happened and we couldn't improve on this final lap, especially getting on that curb. So we ended up P4 alongside CJ, our teammate.
Say hi. Still there?
So that's fairly good for me on an oval. Anyhow, off we go. Looks like it was War Dude on pole. And oh no, lag has caused a massive crash. It was, I think, Zeke in front of me. It looked like he checked up. I doubt he actually did it on his screen, but it caused me to pinball the rest of the field, including CJ, and that was very unfortunate. Zeke pitted under the caution there, so we actually started on the front row. It didn't get a great start. We got squeezed into the wall immediately by Nick, so we lost a lot of momentum there. Through comes Game of Jobs, the champion from Season 1. Of course, he is the PRL Formula 1 commentator, so it's good to have him racing here. We fell back after another caution. Neglecting to show that because there was just so much happening, including that from another of my teammates, ironically. Some serious lag. And when you fall off the train, you lose the draft and you can't really catch up. However, with a caution coming out for this, I was back into it. I thought, but a caution wasn't called, so I had to wait for the next crash, which didn't come yet. I actually caught up to Meaty because a couple of drivers had a bit of a slowdown for something in front of them. Looks like Aaron's had some issues as well. Everyone lagging on my screen. I can only imagine what these guys are seeing, and that's another example of how it just slows my momentum. It's very difficult to come through the field. The end of this lap will be the stage. Of course, we weren't within the top 5, so no points for that. And here's the next restart. Starting in 9th, made a fairly good pit stop actually. Moved up the field a couple of positions. Let's see what happens here. Oh, you can see Excise a bit laggy. The cars are around. Holy crap! Whoa! How I've avoided that is nothing short of a miracle. We're up to 7th. Meaty's gone around the outside of us. We've got Aaron in the rear view. What is happening there? And all of a sudden he's spun out. I imagine that may have been my lag. And due to that, I was asked by the organiser, who is Aaron, in conjunction with K-Dog, the leader of my party, to go to the back of the field. Not for the first time this season, because of my lag. So I did that, and off the restart, I don't even know what that was. I assume lag once again. Maybe someone was out of control a little bit. So we fell 10 seconds back from 13th, who was the last car running at the time. There was more commotions in front of us, and I tried to avoid, but got a bit on the grass, put myself in the wall. That was pretty unfortunate because, of course, when a yellow is called, you're actually green until the next time the leader crosses or everyone crosses the line. So positions are still to be played for until then. Could have made a couple more positions, but just wasn't to be. However, we didn't pit under that caution, so we did move up quite a way. We've only got 3 cars in front of us, and one of them is Meaty, who's deposited us in the wall, shall we say.
There's a wreck in turn 1.
Not sure if I can blame him for that. Who knows what happened on his screen. Anyway, we've got a ghosting car there and another one in the infield. That was Meaty again. This time he's on his roof and unable to move, so that's very unfortunate for him. There's a yellow called, and we're just going to pit Brian to the line for a position. So that's quite nice. A little bit of a boost there for us. Once again, a couple more cars pitting under the caution, meaning we move up the field. But
Clear high.
I had to let them through again because it was deemed my lag was causing more issues. So back to the back of the field I went. And yeah, well, this is really not ideal at all because as soon as I get some luck and come through the field, I'm back to the back again, either through a crash or being asked to go to the back. So my hopes for a good result here rapidly diminishing as the laps go on. Anyway, this restart goes, you'd think well from my perspective, but we're actually 3 wide there, and that must have caused the cars behind to crash, unfortunately. And beyond that, I must have lagged a little bit as well, because at this point I was being asked to not only pull over for the other cars and go to the back, but to actually retire from the race because of the number of issues it had caused. So 34 laps into the 80-lap Indianapolis NASCAR race, we are retiring. So that's very unfortunate. See you guys next time for Watkins Glen, where hopefully I can go back-to-back on the road courses.
There's a wreck in turn 1.